Hey y'all, little vertical hope today from Faith Builders. Woohoo! I was getting ready to go out of town and Psalm 77:11 popped in my head like a firecracker. So I want to share it with you. It says this, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. I'm telling you what, I am hearing from you. And what I'm hearing is, there's a lot of you out there that are struggling with your faith and you're struggling with believing God for what he said in his word he would do for you, or a personal word that he's given you recently. And this is what the Lord has impressed upon my heart. It says, yes, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. And the Lord said, Michelle, it's not the faith issue. It's a memory issue, because if my people would believe what I've done for them in the past, they could believe what I'm going to do for them now. But what they're not doing is they're not remembering. They're not remembering when I paid that light bill when there was no money in the account. They're not remembering when a neighbor showed up with some food when there was no food. They're not remembering how I sent their kids to college when they didn't have a dime saved. They're not remembering when I made that house payment. They're not remembering when I healed their body. They're not remembering when I healed their mind. They're not remembering what I brought them out of and what I'm bringing them into. They have a memory problem. And so I'm here to tell you, listen, it's the same goes for me. When I'm facing a challenge in my life, the first thing that I do is start recalling on things that God has already delivered me from, or already healed my child from, or already healed my husband from. So I start remembering right away when I'm faced with a faith issue in my life, when I'm faced with something that I have to stand firm for. I believe when they seen a mass on my breast that we prayed and we believed, and the next day we would go back to the doctor and they didn't find it anymore. I believe when my child is out on a swing and I get a phone call and they said, you know what, we've done blood tests for your daughter and she has the blood of a dying child. I believe how God walked us through that. And the end result was they stamped on her paperwork, unexplained blood. I remember when they told me my youngest daughter would never read past the second grade level, but now she's a CNA and I homeschooled her and she graduated and she's as smart as a whistle. I believe it. I believe when God says, you know, I'm going to deliver you from smoking. And when I do, there'll never be a trace that you ever smoked in your body. I believe it when they said that, when the Lord says, this is not time for your mother to die. She will live. When she was in a hospital dying of pneumonia, she lived. I remember when he brought me through my childhood and when I was abused and mentally, sexually, physically, in every single way a person can be abused, I went through it. And when God brought me out to the other side, Isaiah 43 says, 1-3, it says, when you go through the fire, you will not get burned. When you go through the water, you will not drown. I remembered the miracles of long ago. And I'm going to tell you what, it's not your faith problem you're having a problem with. It's your memory. You need to recall and start remembering what God did for you. And it will build the faith for what you're believing for right now. So I say, listen, turn off this video, get on your knees and start thanking God and remembering every miracle he's ever done. And when you're done remembering, you watch your faith muscles build. You're going to stand up and look like the Incredible Hulk, man. So I just really want to encourage you before I walk out the door that you just need to recall and remember the things of the Lord. I will remember the deeds of the Lord, Psalm 77:11. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. Just take time to remember God's goodness in your life, and you will help you walk out whatever you're going through today. Yay, man! Yay, man! I'll tell you what, there's nothing more than the enemy would love for you to do is meditate on everything that's ever gone wrong in your life. But if you will take that energy and turn it around and meditate on how good God's been in your life, you will walk it out by faith. All right, I'm off to go be a blessing in this world. And you do the same. You go out there and you be willing to be an answer to someone else's prayer. Get your eyes off you and on someone else. It'll do you a world of good. All right, bye-bye.